And Fox News correspondent Gillian Turner. Jonathan, there's a difference of opinion in reporting. Gillian, clearly hiring Rudy Giuliani, who can be a pit bull, and basically letting him off the leash is a dramatic change of strategy for this president.
It is. I agree with you. He was going in one direction for several months, the president, which was, as much as he may have disagreed with Mueller, disagreed with the premise of the investigation, he was going to let it play out. Now, with the hiring of Giuliani, he sent a signal this week that he perhaps, and doubling down on the witch hunt theme, I might add, hiring Giuliani and doubling down on the witch hunt theme indicates he is going to go political on the investigation. I think the president genuinely does want to sit down with Mueller. Yes. I think he believes so fervently in the power of his own interpersonal skills and his ability to sway people. He's doing that with Kim Jong-un at the moment. But a cautionary note there in the hiring of Emmett Flood. Emmett Flood is one of the folks who came in at the end of the George W. Bush administration to help clean up some of the mess that was left with the Congress in the wake of the Iraq War, the financial crisis. He joined the president's staff on the White House counsel back then to try and help deal with the overwhelming number of subpoenas that were just crushing the administration in its waning days.
Dear, the notion of a Nobel Prize.
It was last weekend. No. Did not do that. All right, we ask you.
I answer the question by saying it's not news. It's not news that the Pentagon, that the State Department's Policy Planning Office would have contingency plans for an eventuality where if some kind of peace deal is struck between the North and the South, we draw down our troop presence from the border region. That is not news. I think what happened this week is that John Bolton really didn't like the fact that this was leaked prior and this was being made a deal out of this was being made in the media
part
before
of the summit.
Right. It's really a question of timing. Is this something the administration is considering putting on the table in advance of the meeting with Kim? And the answer is a straight up no.
And Fox News correspondent Gillian Turner. Well, Gillian, let me start with you. Where are we headed in relations with the Kremlin after this week? And you heard from Senator Graham. What should President Trump do next?
Well, all right, Chris. To lay it out right now, this investigation phase into the nerve agent attack is in full swing. Reporting this week is that the United States is sort of hand in glove with the Brits on this investigation every step of the way, and some horrifying developments coming out of that just in the last 24 hours. I think because according to the Putin and the former KGB playbook, these are some of the worst people on earth. People who defected from the former Soviet Union, now from Russia, are people that don't really deserve to live. They're enemies of the state in the truest form. And not to play pop psychology, but I think that's what motivates this. Call a maximum pressure campaign against South Korea, which was really interesting, and threatening to tie our bilateral trade deal with them to the denuclearization issue. He's now saying to South Korea, or demanding that they deliver some results before he even sits down at the table for this negotiation with Kim Jong-un. And that was remarkable because I think it shows up how little leverage we actually have against this crazy, despotic, rogue regime, North Korea. The president sort of triangulating, as much as I hate that word, looking at the levers and saying, well, I'm not really going to get what I want from this, so I might as well push this lever and see what I can extract from South Korea.